So in this today is 26th June 2025. I have no trades in the London session explaining a very important thing in this session is how frequently uh, the change of your perspective bias can be changed. Very good example in this session. So starting with the session is today the first thing I have seen that we have taken a daily equal high level from quite a long ago. So my idea was that we have taken out that daily equal high level. We had went into that. We were around this level. So we were just was in the formation of market structure shift high low. Then I want to see a higher high and a lower low. Now because this is a daily time frame, I have to maintain my time frame sequence. So from there, as you can see here, we were around this level. This was the high that I need to see that the higher high must need to form. Okay, so we were around here. As you can see, we had respected this 15-minute time frame fair value gap. We had broke through this hourly time frame. So all of this combining was telling me that we are definitely going to make that higher high. Okay, so but here we wasn't able to form any trade. There was one trade that I missed was this, but where is that? Here it was, but it would have gone stopped out at break even because we had formed the divergence here. We had broke through that would be our entry approximately here. Then the target would be this buy side level, but we came all the way down here. So by the time I would be break even and I'd have got stopped out. Okay, then we had actually went into that where I want to see price. Now here is the catch, that first idea of mine was to see that we first idea of mine was to form any trade in between that high to that this fair value gap. Okay, we had already formed our validation invalidation level here, and we have already invalidated to say that the drawn liquidity is higher. Okay, by the time we are up here, these were exactly a proper new type of bias form. Now our validation and invalidation level shifts from that fair value gap to this high. Now it depends on how we gonna react with that high would determine our bias for the day, bias for current session, and also this would confirms our drawn liquidity. Okay, but if you look at it, we are most likely is through understanding the volume profile and the current price action and delta, we pretty much can say that we're most likely gonna take more time to come down, or maybe we have very less likely chance of coming down because you can see the way you're pushing to the upside. So it also tells us also if you look at the volume profile, you can easily see what's going on. Exactly these times now our invalidation level get invalidated itself, telling us that the validation level gets invalidated to, because you can only say a level validated when I see that respectance, but there is no signs of respectance, and so it's confirming the invalidation is about to happen. So this is exactly a nice example of showing that how fast the idea or your perspective about something can change in trading in minutes. So you can get married to a bias, you can get married to any of this idea of your bias, that I'm about to take a short, the bias is bullish, the bias is bearish. It will be consistently changing, and you have to consistently look for the validation invalidation levels. Okay, and once you understand the validation invalidation level, that's exactly when you will be able to understand the drawn liquidity. It's very important. If you don't have any idea of drawn liquidity, then it doesn't make any sense at all in the first place to take any trades, or why the hell you're even trading right now. So this two end up doing it. So no trade for me in the London session, because right now we have to see a lot of formation to compile it. Right now we are seeing a bit of push to the downside actually. But I am not confident more than this fair value gap, because this is what exactly turning into a conflict zone. So I have to play through my positioning, like 50% here, 50% there, to maintain it. So right now it's not bad actually. Let me see. 5 minute. Here's 5 minute shifting structure has to be here at that level, and also you're breaking through this one. So this one looks nice. If I can see coming out of a high volume zone, we are also forming. There is no divergence though. It's a clean model type trade, as you can see here. So that a breaker block coming out of a low volume zone makes sense. If I can look to see us go back into this, I can maybe I can give it a try. Let's see what happens. It's end up happening during when I'm actually making the video, so everything's fine here. Exactly, makes sense. So let's see. I want to see the trade from the breaker block. So exactly 50% of this fair value gap. But my target is no more than the fair value gap. Absolutely not. So let me set a pending order around this level, and that's which low is that? 1 minute get the first, to get the second. Let me put my stop loss. I'll be putting my stop loss above that breaker block high, and I'll be risking 50% a bit. 130, 65. When 65 here, putting my stop above this high, targeting this. So let's actually see what's end up happening in this trade. If we can go into that, my idea is to see us. It's gonna take a lot more things to actually see overall daily, hourly time frame shift, but let's see what exactly end up happening. That's why, because if you look at this 15-minute time frame, it's pretty clear to understand that there is a clean conflict zone, right? So we have to break through this fair value gap to actually confirm that 15-minute to actually confirm that hourly shift is right now about to happen. Okay, until then I cannot confirm my overall, like I cannot confirm that okay, let me actually see as something else here. High. So yeah, makes sense. I do see there's a high stop volume, but this one exactly doesn't matter anymore for me. What matters is this. Look at the 5-minute. This is a high, low, high, high, low, low. I take the high, going to the 1 minute. I want to form where my reversal happen. Shift in structure, no divergence. Absolutely good. There is no divergence. So my model. This is the time when I executed my model, and I'm seeing that we are coming, but it's a low volume zone. I don't know exactly what to say exactly here. Seems like there's a. Let's see. I actually seeing there is a one single length of volume. So let's see how right or wrong we are right now. I have went 50% of my position. Why? Absolutely, there is the conflict zone, and when there is a conflict zone presence, it's that's exactly the way we. That's exactly the way we. What they say, perform through our. Model. Like when there is a conflict zone, the main thing that we do is we divide our positions and play it through, right? Once I see the invalidation of that conflict zone, that's when I look to see put on my other half. Before that, if I get a proper space to trade in between, then I would slap the first position. When I see the invalidation happen, that's when I look to see other other half go into the trade. So we're into this trade right now. Let's see how it plays out. As soon as we break through this level, I would like to see us go break even. And if there is any divergence in between, like one of the levels, if I see there is still no divergence, I have played this trade completely out of our model entry, not divergence entry. So let's see how it plays out. Hmm. Yesterday I took the same loss, ignoring that. Now sometimes it can, sometimes it cannot. So who says, right? Who knows that? There's that 15-minute time frame. Here you go. There's that 15-minute where I want to see us to go in, tap into the trade. Hmm. Hmm. I'm actually gonna. The volume profile looks pretty good, so let's see exactly what start. This is the level where I would like to see a little bit slowdown. Possibly we're gonna see accumulation, manipulation, distribution level also forming a divergence, which is not good. So, but still, it's not a level where I can break even my trade. So, but one thing that I confirmed is this down close candle got closed through. So, this is our important level. So, let's see. Mm, mm. Exactly, I can do it because this is exactly what I want to see as respect and displace lower. So I'm gonna move my stop towards that high of that. So we're gonna stop below this high because this is exactly where I don't want to see us go back in again, but because that's our continuation. So I do want to see that auto block get respected in the first place, and this is exactly where I can look to see a little bit of slowdown. Makes sense. So let's see what happens. Hmm. এরকম পাগলা চোদার মতো লাগছে। Stop is around this high now, and as soon as we start breaking through this low, I'll go complete break even into this trade. Still have very small divergence in price, but I most likely not gonna see that stay in. The main divergence levels, that is, there is no divergence now. Second divergence level has to be this one, uh, this level right now. So I'll go complete break even as soon as that happens. This line here. Hmm. Okay, time to go break even. Stop loss. Okay, I'm in complete break even right now. Uh, huh? 65 euros minus 9. -$9 stop loss মানে হচ্ছে কি ধরনের সভ্যতা -9 মানে হচ্ছে আমার -$9 লস হয়ে যাবে তো মধ্যে একই বিষয় okay let's open so this is exactly why I do want to see that we don't slow down and volume profiles looks good not bad exactly what I want to see in the profile so let's see what's end up happening about the thing of divergence is that sometimes you're going to see that the divergence happens but within a few more seconds the divergence will go off so we cannot actually anticipate what can happen so the best thing we can do is to uh, manage our trades as we can like in this case I'm at break even right now so even if the divergence end up playing against us I'll still have the break evens but I still have the break evens but if it's end up not like the divergence end up playing out in our side so we'll still gonna win the trade so that's it Hmm. So and exactly at our conflict zone area I would like to see I can only say the whole shifting structure can happen only when we can break through this conflict zone here until and unless we can break through that conflict zone I cannot say that we are completely reversed from the daily high so thing that I would like to see is right now is we come down here and when I can look to see us break through this level that's when I can look to see my another position go into the level go into the trade so I can manage my trade so whenever there is a conflict zone this is exactly how to manage your trades and everything so right now we do having a divergence but there is two divergence and these are the levels when exactly you're gonna see chop happen volume profile is also showing us that we are gonna about to slow down and the divergence is also here is one divergence and I can actually show here is another divergence two divergence playing out at the same time so, okay ये होएगा सोना so let's see what exactly end up happening so I can look to see a slowdown here probably gonna see accumulation manipulation distribution but yeah this is the level that I would like to see us exactly respect here the down close candles so I don't want to see us go well I would like to see us respect and displace lower uh, this is the exactly moment I can look to see us a little bit strength I can look to see us a little bit strength coming exactly I don't want to see price slow down here I want to see price displace lower now let's see the divergence is still not there now the lower divergence has gone so let's see so down close candles I can move put my stop right now here, but I definitely want to see that one get respected. So I can put my stop a little bit lower, maybe. Exactly. Just let it be where it is, below this, maybe here, whatever that is. And to see this down close candle, I want to see that order block get respected. Okay, and there is no divergence right now. I want to see that order block get respected and displaced lower. Uh, Slowly, uh, makes sense. Mm, Makes sense to actually put a stop. Makes sense to actually put a stop above that level, below that level. High volume zone, above that high volume zone, which is now there is a tiny shift end up happening into the volume profile. As you can see, the most amount of volume now that has been traded is into this level below that order block. So this is when I exactly want to this is when I exactly want to see what's end up happening. Let's see. Now the most amount of volume that has been traded is below now. So let's see what's let's see what happens. uh, I cannot consider this one as a divergence right now. So let's see what happens. The most amount of volume that has been traded now is here. Okay, so let's see what happens. So these order block levels are also the levels where you can put on size if you have enough space to trade in between the levels. So let's see. So let's see what is end up happening. The most amount of volume that has been traded now is down. It's actually down that level, exactly at that order block level that I was talking about. So it actually makes sense to put a stop at that level right now, because this is also will be above a high volume zone. So let's see what's end up happening. I'm at complete break even right now, so slowly turning into a high volume zone, telling us that below price is also where right now is. They see this is now a balanced, this is more of a balanced range right now, very best area to chop. And we have also traded the most amount of volume is here. That also means that this is also the level where traders are getting a very nice whatever that shit is. So I'm just a few inches away from my initial target. My take profit will be this here. Just save it. That's my take profit there. So this trade was out of complete model entry, not our divergence entry. It was formed by our model entry. Okay, it was formed by our model entry. So I put my stop above this high now, and 32, and there you go. Nice trade, pretty nice trade. We have went 50% of our size because obviously there was this conflict zone, but I was still getting approximately 2.35 odd into this trade. So there was enough space to trade in this like where he started having that idea that we can reverse between the conflict zone. There was enough space for us to trade. So this is exactly why I took that trade in the first place alongside with my other confirmations. And why I went 50%, because there was a conflict zone in between. But I also could have went full size because I was getting more than 2R. But why didn't I went? Because only of my uh, conflict zone presence. So nicely done. And there are some other ways of doing as well. Right now you can still hold that trade by taking out, you say, 90% of your position, and then play around to see until you see the shift, until that from this conflict zone, until you are getting an confirmation that we are reversing, you can take out 80%, 90% out of the size, and then wait for to that confirmation comes to close full position. If that not comes, you can still hold on to that trade to take let your profit run a little bit lower, or maybe you can actually by the time you may see that the conflict zone has been destroyed and we are showing presence of going lower. So from there you can add more positions. Okay, so that's it for the London session. Overall, I have explained that the way frequently in trading your idea, your bias will be changed. So don't get married with any bias. And also a life positioning, life taking a trade and positioning myself into. And also, as you can see, all of my important criteria were met. Today was not a divergence entry, today was a model entry. And as you can see, the volume profile was looking very good. Stop loss was according to the volume profile, so that was very beautiful. And over the period of time, as the trade was going, if you look at the volume profile, it was showing also the way of how the volume was distributing to confirm us that there is a chance of us going lower, and it's end up happening. And all those important levels that we might respect as we are going lower end up being respected. So that's it for the London session.